So what is meant by Ajax? Asynchronous JavaScript and XML. What is the use of this? Okay. Okay, fine. Now we'll go for this Ajax example, how this looks. Correct? Okay. Are you able to see my screen? Okay. So first thing what you need to have, Tomcat anyway you have installed, right? Okay, go to program files, Tomcat web apps. Here you need to create one folder, initial stage that will be a folder only, remember. Okay, initially that will be a folder only. If you want to turn it to project, you need to do one thing. I'll tell you the procedure. First thing is create one folder. Getting my point? Let's say some TTT. Okay. Within this folder, just copy. You will be having one folder with the name root over here. Where is this? Yeah. Copy this web-inf and paste it into your folder. Got it? Is it clear? Don't create, you just copy and paste, because under this you will be having one more file called as web.xml, other things also. So don't create this, you just copy that folder from root folder and paste it over here. Okay, na? Once if you paste this folder, now this folder will be recognized as a project. Till then it will be considered as a folder only. Got it, right? Okay. Now we'll go for the program writing. See, now all your programs you have to write beside this web-inf. Okay, na? Okay. Now what are the programs? How the programs will be there? Let me show you now. Okay, na? See. Under this I have created one folder with the name Ajax. Is that clear? I have copied web-inf over here, and this is my server-side program. Server-side program, it can be anything, any server-side. In upcoming sessions we will be dealing the same concept with our Python also. Till then you just consider some other server-side program as our server-side program. So you can see in this server-side program, just we are displaying one message in H1 center of the web page. Correct, right? Okay, so our server-side program is completely designed. Okay, no? Yes or no? Okay. Now next thing what we need to do is first let me show you regular client-side program. You can see we have our regular client-side program, form action equal to first.jsp. What this is doing, it is pointing to first.jsp for invoking that particular server-side program. Okay. Once if you click on the submit button, control will get transferred to first.jsp. First.jsp will display this message. You getting my point? Okay. Now let me show you how this works. Okay, no? I am starting my Tomcat. You can see server has started with this many milliseconds of time. Okay, now? Any doubts? Okay. Now I will open my non-Ajax program first. Okay, now? Ajax second.html. Observe this. We are there in second.html. On click, it will take you to first.jsp and it will display the message. Is it clear? From client-side program, control has transferred to server-side program. Their server-side program has displayed the result. Is it clear? Now, the complete page, if you observe, complete page got refreshed over here. Correct, right? When it comes to Ajax call, this won't happen. How that looks, let me show you. Okay, no? can see we are there in index.html. On click, it displays the result over here. The page, it is not changing the URL, but the content has been transferred. Control has been moved to that. How that happened, we are going to see now. Okay, na? You can see here we are creating a button where on click of that particular button, what we are trying to do, we are trying to call the respective JavaScript function. Correct, right? Okay. Next we have got a paragraph tag whose ID is demo. You can see demo is the ID for that particular paragraph. Is that clear? Next, once if you click on that particular button, the control will be transferred to display function, which is there down. Function display var http. What is that XML http request? What we are creating over there? You got my question? What is that XML HTTP over there? XML HTTP request. Okay. See, this is what your Ajax is all about. Okay. We are creating XML HTTP request object. Next thing is, we have prepared the URL, which is our URL. We are preparing it over here, to which we need to transfer the control. Got it right? Yes or no? We have specified the URL xhttp.open. The method, we have totally two different methods. One is get method, another one is post method. What is the difference between get method and post method? In next programs we will get to know. Is that clear? Okay, here I am opening the get method. Next, I am pointing to the JSP file, first.jsp. True means I am enabling this particular operations by expecting acknowledgement also. Correct, right? For that specified true, we have to specify. Okay. Next, after that we are sending the request. First we have prepared the URL with the parameters, then I have sent the request. Okay, no? Okay. After sending the request to server-side program, there is no rule like that server-side program will return positive value all the time. You got my point? There is no rule like it returns positive value all the time. There is a chance of returning negative value also. You got my point, right? Now, that particular value, positive value, will be denoted with status 200. Negative value will be denoted with 404. Status 404, it is not available. Okay, na? Okay. Here we have prepared the object, we have sent the request, server has processed the request and it has sent the response. Okay na? Once if you receive that response, xhttp dot on ready state change function, if it is received, the state is changed and we have received the content. Okay na? Where is it? Yeah, whenever we have received the response, the state of that particular XML HTTP request will be changing. If it is state is 4, that means we have received the response. Yesterday I said, right, totally we will be having states. Yes or no? Hello. Hello. Hello, Prashant. Hello. Hello. Okay. So we will be receiving the response, and if it is 200, if it is positive response, then only whatever the response what we have got, that response we are displaying as inner HTML to our p tag. Is that clear? That's what this on ready state change is very important, because Once if you receive the response only, we need to display. Otherwise, why we need to display it all the time? Getting my point? Hello? That's it. This is a simple Ajax program without using any parameter. Now we will see same simple Ajax program with using parameter in this particular programs. Okay. Now write down HTTP methods. There are two different major HTTP methods are available. Get, another one is post. Okay, no? Get is the default method. Where get is the default method which is meant for transferring the data through header. Okay, no? Post is not a default method of HTTP where data, what is it? Where it transfers the data through form. Okay, no? See, get is default method, it transfers the data through header. Post is not a default method, it transfers the data through form. That means body. Header. Completed? Now, how this get method will work, let me show you first. Then we can go for post method, okay? Yeah. You can see we have got two text fields over here, and I'll enter the values. Okay, no? This is we are transferring the data through using body. This is post method, sir. This is not get method. Okay, no? How can you say whether it is post or get? Get method will transfer only very less amount of data. Post method can transfer huge amount of data as it is transferring through body. Is that clear? Security will be higher in post method than get method. Is that clear? Any doubts? Okay. Now, first let me show you. See, in the URL it is not showing any request. Correct, right? Where if I change it to get method, how that looks, let me show you. is Ajax. Without Ajax, we'll see first. You can see here T1 and T2 is there. Once if you click on that, it will transfer the control to first.jsp, and the method I have used, you can see post method. Okay, now what I will do, I will change it to get method. Is that clear? Okay. Now if you run this and check it out, how the get method will be there. Okay, now let me run this. Okay. I'll enter some value. It shows the request in the URL. That is where the drawback is there with the get method. You got my point? See, get method, it is default method. It transfers the data through header, as well as it transfers very less amount of data. Remember this thing. Any doubts? Okay. Now we'll go for Ajax calls. I mean, in Ajax, how to use get method and do this addition of two numbers. How to use post method and do this addition of two numbers. We are going to see now. Okay, now? Now, first one, for Ajax call, the page should not get refreshed. Correct, right? Let me show you. See, I will pass this data, and if I click on the submit button, I'll get the result over here. Any doubts? Okay. This result, whatever we have got, that result we are displaying over there. That result, it is not showing in the URL. Got it, right? Now, you can see inspect network. Here this, please unselect. Don't select this. Click on this. See? First.jsp T154 T2 87. Got it, right? If you want to see what are the parameters has been transferred through Ajax using get method, everything can be viewed over here. How we have transferred, let me explain the code. Okay. here we have got two text fields. One text field ID is T1, another text field ID is T2. And click of this particular button, what we are doing, we are calling display function. And in display function you can observe we have created XML HTTP request object. We are creating XML HTTP request object. We are collecting the values. To first.jsp, in the name of T1 I am passing A, and in the name of T2 I am passing B. Is that clear? After that we are using get method, send, on state change. That means once if I receive the response only, I am checking whether it is valid response or invalid response. Got it right? Based on that, response is getting displayed. Is that clear? Can I offer post method using Ajax? Okay. See, get method, what it will do, it will transfer the data through header that we have studied. Now using post method, how we can transfer the data through form using Ajax and the form data we are going to see now. Okay. This remains same. It is expecting two parameters. One is T1, other one is T2, which performs addition of both A and B, stores the result into C. That C value will be displaying over there. Okay, now? Next. When it comes to this one, you just check it out. We have created the text fields T1 and T2. We have buttons, a paragraph. We are creating XML HTTP request object. Got it? XML HTTP request object we have created. We have collected values from EA and B, and we have prepared it as a parameters. You can check it out. T1 is A value, T2 is B value. Is that clear? Later what we have did, we have opened our URL XML HTTP object, where we should transfer the control. We should transfer the control to first.jsp, so we have specified first.jsp. Is that clear? Next, what is that statement? Set request header. What is that? Yeah. See, when it comes to post method, we will not be transferring any data through URL. We will be transferring every data in the form of form only. Is that clear? For that sake, we are providing set request header content type. application slash www URL encoded, form URL encoded, which means we are saying to the server that everything, the data which I want to send, I have sent by making use of form URL. This means form that Ajax code. Within the form, the data will be there. Don't check it out in this particular function, whichever the function you are using. That function don't check. Check directly in this particular what do you say, form tag. Okay, no? That is what that particular tag means. Header, body, all these things are not required. Don't go to all those things. Directly go for this one. That's what they said. We are moving to that. Okay, no? Okay. Next, we have prepared a header which is empty, and here what we are doing, we are sending our request. That request we will be retrieving it on ready state change. Which status it is? 400, 404. That states and status we need to print it over here. Okay, no? Yes. This remains same only. We'll be having a button. Okay, no? Now if I run this, automatically output will be generated. Okay, no? This is taking a lot of time. We'll go for execution. Okay. My mouse is not working. Okay, this Ajax third. Are you able to see? Okay. Now you can see it is asking two parameters, where I will pass first parameter something something over here. Second parameter you are passing something, and once if you click, it generates the result over here. Got it right? Now next thing is how to inspect this network and check out the result we are going to see now. Okay, now? See this console. Let me do this one. Go to network, enter the value whatever you want using post, right? say sum equal to 118. Here in first.jsp you just click, expand this, you can see this is what the URL it has hit, okay na? And you can go directly to form data, you can check T1 value is 34, correct only, 54, T2 value is 65, got it right? In this way we can transfer the data from our client side program to server side program without depending on any performance issues, got it right? So which method is better? Which method is better, sir? Why? Security is not there, right? Then how can you say that this will be better? Or see, if you are going for get method, right? Security issue is there. Less amount of data you can transfer and it is default. Post method you need to spend a huge amount of money and security will be there, everything will be there. Okay, no? In this session we have identified how to detect that particular errors also. If there is any delay in that particular operation, all those things if you can control, that will be well and good, but it will not do anything over here. Okay, no? Next, this is what your Ajax concepts is all about. Next we will start up with the CSS in tomorrow's class. Okay. Okay. Yeah.